it's me, Jenna from the White Witch Parlor, and today I wanted to talk about Yule and the winter solstice and all the magic that it can bring. The winter solstice has been celebrated for decades and centuries for many different cultures. It is the beginning of the solar season, and solar meaning the sun and illumination. This solar year marks the rebirth of the sun. In Old Europe, it is known as Yule, and in Norse, it's known as Jule, meaning wheel. As the wheel of the year turns one more time, we find ourselves now in the winter solstice. Many people in Western civilization, we celebrate this season known as Christmas, which is the birth of the sun. But if you look back at these ancient religions and cultures, we celebrate it as the birth of the sun. Christmas will continuously find roots in pagan traditions, and this birth of the sun, as in the star in the sky, will bring us new warmth and illumination so we can once again start to reach and pull in and harvest that energy. Because this is such a big thing, many cultures do celebrate this for many days at a time. The holiday of Yule marks the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere as December 21st. On this day, or the days before and after this, we tend to mark this as a celebration of the beginning of winter. It is one of the oldest known winter celebrations, in which as we go into the darkness, we celebrate the sun and all the magic that it brings with it. The winter solstice is the longest night of the year and the shortest day of the year. So with it, to bring balance, we celebrate the sun and everything that it does for us, because it is now fading into the darkness, and we want to remember it. Almost like a death and a funeral, we do a ceremony to celebrate its life. So following this knowledge of the winter solstice and the Yule season, I wanted to give you a couple of tips and magical workings that you can do during this time. So tip number one is to adorn your home with holly, evergreen, pine cones, cinnamon, and things that bring in that sun, like orange peel or lemon peel. Decorate your home with the Druidic holiday colors of gold and ivory and green and red. You can hang some mistletoe over the threshold of your main entryways into your home to welcome that love and joyous energy, as well as a little bit of protection during the darkness. Gather your close family to purchase a great tree or a wreath and decorate it all together and hang it on your door to bring that purification energy as one. Start calling your Christmas tree a Yule or a solstice tree instead, and get into those pagan roots once more. Tip number two is to decorate your home with images of the sun or pictures or images of solar deities. Welcome these gods and goddesses of the sun into your home so they can bring their warmth and illumination along with them. There are so many solar deities from all different cultures, and you can definitely do some research online. You might find some deities such as Ra, the sun god, or Suna, the Nordic goddess of the sun. Tip number three is to go out and create that Yule Log that you've always wanted to do. This old tradition can also be embarked with a ceremony to follow, and if you do this with all your family and close friends, you'll find it much more memorable and enjoyable. If you do make a Yule Log in advance, say at the beginning of December, you can also use it as a centerpiece and enjoy it before it's burned in ceremony. There are so many different ceremonies and practices you can do around creating a Yule Log, but do what you are comfortable with. And again, do your research or make something up that you feel drawn to do. When you do create a log, make sure it's fully dry before you bring it inside. Make sure it's clean. Some people like to remove the bark prior to bringing it into their home. Next, you can gather some pine cones, cinnamon sticks, and things of the like. You can make a string of dried cranberries or even pomegranate seeds. Try to leave some room for extra ribbon or spaces to place your candles so you can illuminate your Yule Log. Get your whole family involved in creating this Yule Log, and as you do this, sit around the table or counter space wherever you are working, and everyone set their intentions into the new year as they place their decorations on the log. When the time comes to hold the ceremony for the Yule Log burning, Make sure that everyone who helped work on it is present. Everyone can gather around the log, and you're going to need a fire for this, so you can do this indoor if you have a fireplace, or you can go outside and make a bonfire. Circle yourselves around the fire and place the log in your fire so that you can set those intentions free. Everyone should remain present until the log is burnt all the way down, and if you can, save a little bit of the log for next year. You can sing carols around it, you can hold hands and dance clockwise, do whatever you guys feel drawn to do. This is about community and coming together during times of darkness and keeping this positive atmosphere and attitude. Yuletime tip number 4 is to create some natural ornaments. Take some flour and water, create little ornaments, and on them you can bake them, and once they're dry you can paint them with decorative colors, eclectic colors, or very earthy colors. In the dough you can mix herbs or resin that you feel drawn to, things that might add protection or happiness or financial stability, helping you release fears, helping you with fertility in life, new beginnings and fresh starts. Whatever you feel appropriate, you can make each ornament its own little magical spell. And once you're done decorating it, you can carve or paint a runic symbol or some kind of magical symbolic symbol so that you feel will incorporate all its magic into that one ornament. And then you can decorate your tree, your garland, or your home with these magical ornaments. You can also bring in some dried pine cones, some apple slices or orange slices that you dry yourself, and hang them around your home as part of your own way of decorating with nature. Tip number 5 is to share and give back to your community. You have been able to be blessed with warm clothes on your back, a roof over your head this past year, and now it's time to pass that magic forward and bless someone else in their own life. Donate your time or belongings that you no longer need to someone else who might need it and really appreciate it. Spend time during the season to brighten someone else's day and share your light with them. Tip number 6 is to create a Yule altar, something that symbolizes your own purity and your spiritual growth and development. You can go with different themes, like the theme of snow, colors of white and silver, things that reflect this purification, this fresh start, a blank slate and a new beginning. Or you can go with a more sun-filled themed and use the colors oranges, reds, and yellows to incorporate that sun's energy and that light that it brings. Use every day of the week during the winter solstice to go to this altar, light your candles, and sit with its energy to really enhance the sacred space and bring this whole new energy into the new solar year. Tip number 7 is to create a purification spell or ritual, not only with yourself, but maybe with others. And as you do this, everyone can come bringing good intention, good positive energy. Light a white candle in the middle of your circle, and as everyone's standing before they are seated, smudge the bottom of their feet too, to make sure they have a good connection to Mother Earth. Get more people involved in this as you can, the more the merrier. Make sure you do use a smudge that has some kind of pine or pine scent in it. It could be herbs, resin, smudge wands, or just incense. But make sure that you do smudge everyone head to toe. As you do smudge each person, say a blessing to them and make sure they respond with opening themselves to receiving the blessings and opening themselves to purification. Standing or sitting, holding hands, and going in a clockwise motion, let everyone speak out one word of something that they are grateful for. Repeat this pattern, going in a circle, until it comes to an end. Then everyone should quietly sit with their hands back to themselves in a simple meditation with maybe some holiday music or some nice seasonal music playing in the background so that we can lift the spirits. To close the circle, go counterclockwise and everyone saying thank you. Seasonal tip number 8 is that because this is a time of rebirth and renewal and a fresh start, take a moment to sit in your own space on your own time, listening to your own music that makes you feel good and inspired, and start writing down all your intentions. Write down everything you're grateful for that's in your life or has come into your life, and write down all your intentions for the year to come. Figure out how you plan to become a better person and how you plan to make your life better. After all, you are the one in control. Don't be afraid to get creative with this and create something like a vision board. Visualization is key to manifestation. If you really want to grab something and bring it into your reality, make a visual of it, something tangible that you can see or touch, so that you know it's real and you can bring this energy and vibration into your life so that it can manifest before your eyes. Don't be afraid to come out into the world and be who you really are. Go out and achieve the things that you want to achieve. Winter solstice tip number 9 is hold a feast. Get together with those people that you admire and have some great food. Gather around. You can even go to a food drive and share this food with others, but make sure you feast, because before the dark comes, food does tend to get scarce, and especially in the olden days when we had to hunt for food. Now that we can go to a store and buy things, it's a little bit easier, but remember those times, reflect upon those times when things got really rough for people who lived out in the wilderness and out on the countryside during the winter. And if they didn't get a good catch at the late of fall, they would be hungry throughout the winter. So give blessings for this food that you're able to feast on, and make sure you do share something with the less fortunate if you can. And lastly, tip number 10 is get involved in your community. Find out what's happening in your local town or downtown area, what seasonal fun is being planned, and go be a part of it. Get out of your comfort zone and do something new. This is a time of rebirth and renewal, and we are celebrating the birth of the sun, so do something different. The sun is about creation and life, so bring this power and energy into your own. The energy is really high at this time. This is a season of magic, so embrace it and empower your life with it. Take in the smells, the sights, the sounds, and the smiles of everyone all around you. The holiday cheer is beautiful. So if we can't live in a world that's like this all the time, really take a moment to absorb this. Look around at the people smiling and laughing and being together. It's a beautiful sight to behold. Hope you guys did like this video. If you did, you can always thumbs it up, share it with your friends, and give it a little knowledge and holiday love to the ones that you care about the most. I love you all so very much, and I hope that you have a beautiful holiday season. Stay safe. Bye.